What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Chase, aka CR Media. Welcome you to another episode of the Dynamite Post Show, where we sit down and we break down all of the action from AEW Dynamite. I am joined tonight by my usual co-host Mark, aka Pro Wrestling Kingpin, and one of our new guests tonight, joining us from the Sports Empire Network, which you can catch the AEW Dynamite Post Show on. Chris Robinson. Chris and Mark, how are you tonight, gentlemen?
I'm good, bro. How you doing?
Doing real
You
good,
can hear me
man.
okay
Thanks
today?
Yeah. Audio seems to be working very well, gentlemen. We got quite the show to break down here tonight. Comic book club, duty. Okay, all right. We appreciate you joining the comic book club.
It's my partner.
Freddie Henderson, my dude over at the Sports Empire Network, fellow colleague. So guys, speaking of Sports Empire Network, I want to get all the introductions and social medias out of the way before we break down the show. You guys are watching us tonight. You guys can check us out on Sports Empire Network's Facebook page, YouTube page, and then of course on CR Media and CR Media 1988 on Twitch, twitch.tv/CR Media 1988. We are pushing for the affiliate program on Twitch at 2.9 viewers. I know that sounds stupid because a couple weeks ago we said 2.7, 2.8. Twitch is fucking with me, y'all. That's all I want to tell y'all. Twitch is playing games with me, but eventually Twitch is gonna have to acknowledge me, right, Mark? Mark, you
Oh wow!
I told you. Mark always gives me shit. Like I'm a Roman Reigns fan, Chris, but I'm not like a over like I don't like kiss his ass.
Oh, I do,
Like
man.
a
I
lot of
acknowledge Roman Reigns every day before I have breakfast.
Good job, Chris.
So Mark, I told Mark I had a Roman Reigns shirt. Mark didn't believe me. Mark was like, I don't buy that.
All he
Like,
does is
no,
talk
man, I
shit
do
about
that.
Roman Reigns, man.
But we'll save the Roman Reigns banter for another time. Miro, baby. Evan, appreciate you joining. Moxley, that's right. We got
Here for the
a
peep
lot to
show.
we got a lot of stuff coming in tonight. There's some stuff I liked about this show, and there's some stuff that I did not like about this show. So we're going to kind of get into that. But before we do, I already told us the social medias that we're live on tonight, guys, and you guys already know where to find me at CR Media 1988. Mark, why don't you go and tell everybody where to find you?
Find me on TikTok, Pro Wrestling Kingpin, same as Instagram and Twitch, and
Pro
on
underscore
Twitter,
wrestling
it's
underscore Kingpin.
Pro Wrestling underscore Kingpin. There you go. Yeah, on the
Yep.
Twitch,
Some people
TikTok,
can't read.
Instagram,
You got to let them know.
and mcruise2189 on Twitter.
Absolutely.
Maybe I'll change that handle eventually.
Now, Chris has requested. Chris has said that he's not on social media, so I'll take this time again to kind of tell everybody. We have partnered. CR Media has partnered up with Sports Empire Network. We are starting this thing up. We are creating an empire, as you see in the name. So definitely go give Sports Empire a follow on Facebook and on YouTube as well. I think we're on Twitter and Instagram, aren't we, Chris? Did I see that right?
Yes. I know Instagram. I don't have a Twitter, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, no.
Well, you know what? Yes,
good.
I've seen Twitter be shared though. Yes.
Okay, I think I saw Key in the group chat putting us out on Twitter and Instagram. So
Correct.
Definitely go give that a follow, guys. We started off the night with your boy Chris Jericho. Mark,
We did.
Did you?
Isn't he the GOAT? So pretty.
Mark has a man crush on Chris Jericho. it's not like just like
Facts. He's great.
acknowledging that like Chris Jericho is like the greatest of all time. It's like a straight up man crush. It's borderline creepy. But
If I can grow hair like his, I would.
yeah.
He's the GOAT. Yeah. That opening segment was pretty powerful. I loved it. I'm glad that he pushed Chris Jericho down. I don't think that he should be with the JAS anymore at this point. I mean, the crowd's all over him now. So I guess maybe he joins Blackpool Combat Club. I mean, I don't know. But he hasn't really officially left Chris Jericho. I mean, they're probably going to draw that story out a little bit. But I liked how he pushed Chris Jericho. I think he needs to separate himself quickly because the guy's a fucking star.
Agreed, Chris. What you think, man?
I liked it. It was a nice touch to see. You know, he kind of acknowledged that the wrestling chant. You know, you're a wrestler chance. That he acknowledged the sports entertainer is still a thing for him. I'm always happy to see Bryan Danielson, especially when he acknowledges that he is the best professional wrestler in the world. I'd say he's number 2, but that's another story.
Who's number 1?
AJ Styles.
Okay.
Yeah. AJ Styles been the best wrestler for like the past 15 years.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Oh.
Absolutely.
But, yeah.
You go, Chris. Go.
Like you say, yeah. It was a great story that was told, and I'm going to be looking forward to that match, too.
At All Out?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, one thing AEW does very well is pretty much everything on the card has a story, and that's what I can appreciate. So even though this has no title, implications at all on anything, the fact that it's just an entertaining story, that's just what I absolutely love. And I feel like AEW does a fantastic job doing that. What is this? Chris Jericho's list of
Gene Mean.
Gene
Mean is the one that got me.
But going back, that's something that I really enjoy about AEW. Whether it's not a top tier, like today, I don't think it was a 5-star show by any means. It was not. There's a lot of things I disliked about the show. Obviously, we'll get into it much later. But just with the opening segment, just the big story that they have. Is he a sports entertainer? Is he a wrestler? Just the little things that AEW does like that. That's why I love the show, because pretty much everything on the card has some type of story. It's not just some random put together thing.
I think one thing too that's good about AEW is they don't open a lot of shows with a talking segment. You know, a lot of times you open this AEW match. So opening the show with this segment kind of shows you that, okay, there's not a title on the line, but this is still a very important story. These are 2 of our top guys.
Exactly, because sometimes they even open the show and the entrances has already happened.
Yeah.
So yeah, absolutely. That's a great point.
Want to give a shout out to Crazy Eyes for Life, rating with 2 viewers. Appreciate that, Crazy Eyes for Life. Shout out, appreciate you with raid. Also hit that follow button, so you never miss an episode of CR Media going live on Twitch. This opening segment, guys, was good to me. It gives Daniel Garcia, and I don't know, man. I'm kind of going back and forth, and Mark can attest to this. I have a hard time sometimes with. I think everything's a work sometimes, like, or not everything's a work, but I mean I think everything's a double swerve. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'm waiting on Daniel Garcia to punch Daniel Bryan in the face again, or Bryan Danielson. Like I don't know, like I'm just not sold on Daniel Garcia being the good guy yet.
I would love that. Keep himself aligned with the GOAT. I see you rolling your eyes there, Chris.
No, not that.
Keeping yourself aligned with the GOAT, like I said, I mean, I go back and forth. It's like if Garcia leaves, let's put this hypothetical, right? Let's say he leaves, right? Does he join the BCC, or is he going to be a solo star? And with everyone saying that the roster's bloated, If he goes solo, does he get lost? Does he get a push right away? Like, it almost needs to be because of his stardom right now. He kind of needs to remain on a team just because we don't know if he's ready to be on his own and what kind of push that he would get. Does he go for TNT Championship? Does he go for the World Championship? What's he going to do? You know what I'm saying? So we really don't know if it's his time to leave the JAS or if he does just go allow himself with Bryan Danielson, his hero, you know? So,
Well,
I mean, it's just so many different things right now.
Yeah, you know, one of the things I want to point out though is just because he leaves the JAS, Mark, doesn't mean he's got to go after the TNT title or the World Championship.
No, absolutely, absolutely, for sure.
I mean, he can do what what some of these other guys have done and just go have crazy good matches and
for sure.
And
100%,
and kind of stroll along. I did want to take a chance to get to these comments. I appreciate the active chats tonight. We've got Crazy Eyes who came in with the raid, said, "How's it going?" We appreciate you joining, Crazy Eyes. CR Media goes live on Twitch on Monday nights, Tuesday nights, Wednesday nights, and Thursday nights. And if you make me a good offer, I might go live on Friday and Saturday nights too. So it just depends. I'm in this thing. Yeah, I'm in this thing like Michael. I'm in this thing like Michael Jordan in the '90s. So, Evan says Stone Cold Steve Austin is arguably the most popular wrestler ever to lace up a pair of boots. Steve Austin was perfect in the role of Stone Cold, the beer-swilling redneck, because that was his own character turned up to 11. He had a tough look, and you believed him when he described himself as the toughest SOB. I could not agree more, Evan. But sometime down the road, sir, you could come back and we can talk about Stone Cold Steve Austin. Tonight, we're talking about AEW Dynamite. Greg says, I could be active, but it's too early in the show for me. I'm surprised you're here, my friend. I am surprised you're here. Greg Ultimate Sports Talk, who likes to come in on my Twitch streams right at the end. He'll always pop in when I got like 5 minutes left, and he'll be like, "What's up, Chase?" I'll be like, "Hey, what's up, dude? I'm leaving. Good night." Josh Elliott says CR Media goes live tomorrow night, but Chase Riley won't be there. That's correct. Mark, you might find this surprising, but tomorrow night I'm going to watch a real quarterback sling a football, two real quarterbacks in Aaron Rodgers and Patrick Mahomes sling the quarterback. And
can we get back to that? This is a wrestling show. We're not talking about Fantasyland.
But just to
talk show.
Yeah, just to circle back around to what Josh said, I will not be on the I-70 hot tag tomorrow night. There's going to be a fill-in for me, but like I said, I'm gonna be watching a real quarterback sling the football. So, anyways,
can we get back to the show, please?
Absolutely. Blame the commenters, man. Like I say, it ain't my fault. The next segment. The opening match, Jay Lethal versus Dax Harwood.
Phenomenal.
Yes. Great match. But let me bitch about something for a second.
Here we go.
So I've been clamoring to put some respect on Jay Lethal. Like, give Jay Lethal his dues. But you do it at Dax Harwood's expense. You couldn't find some of these asshats that you got laying around with a contract. You got to bring Dax Harwood in and let Dax Harwood get beat? Come on now.
Would you rather have him fight in a squash match against a nobody?
I would. Like, I'm glad that they had a great match, but I mean, Jay Lethal's first win in forever.
It's part of it's part of the story, man. I mean,
find somebody else.
It's part of the story. They're gonna fight it all out. I mean, it's gonna be a 6-man tag. I mean, it furthers the story. Now Dax is fucking pissed. Now they'll probably do something else on Rampage or next week. Like, who knows? It's all about promoting all out, creating the feud. I'm not mad at it at all.
I am.
FTR are so forward. Yeah. Him losing means nothing. It means absolutely nothing. They're still the best tag team in the world right now. And Dax Harwood, if he wasn't in a tag team, I want this guy to get a fucking championship. Man, that was a phenomenal match, dude.
Like, has Dax become secretly one of the best wrestlers in the world right now?
No, I think he did.
Arguably.
I think he did, bro.
Yeah,
arguably.
So I definitely disagree with Chase's take on that. I mean, he's entitled to his own opinion, obviously, but it just furthers the story. And Dax taking the loss doesn't do anything to his momentum. It does nothing.
It's not a clean win. He did hold the tights, so you got that argument right there. He didn't beat him clean. And Dax kicked his ass most of the match.
I'll give you that. It wasn't a clean win, and you're right, Mark. It doesn't do anything to Dax's momentum.
All it does is just advance the feud that they got going into All Out. That's all it does.
Yeah,
it's just a great story.
Evan brought this up. He says Lance Archer is signed to only a 2-year deal, which expires in February 2023. At 44 years old, Archer is reaching the twilight of his career. He might fancy one last run in WWE, but in my opinion, would be a tragic loss for Dynamite. Khan, in my opinion, needs to push him.
Bye.
I don't think it'll do anything to. I don't think it'll do anything for either person, Dynamite or like AEW or Lance Archer, because Lance Archer was a star in Japan, so he doesn't need AEW. Now for WWE to pick him up, I think that would be stellar for WWE. Especially in the direction and the momentum that WWE has right now. You know, for him to be a surprise pickup next year, I think it would be great for him. But
I would like it too. I mean, AEW's not doing anything with him. I don't see him getting some monster push right now. Anyway, his push was when he was feuding with Cody for the TNT Championship, and Cody should have put him over, and they didn't do it. Ever since then, they don't know what to do with him. So
yeah, he gets a lot of start-stop pushes.
Yeah.
Like
he gets brought. He gets the Umaga and the Great Khali treatment.
Yeah.
Y'all remember back in the day when they would bring Umaga? They only brought Umaga in to fight for the title when they wanted a big mean guy in to fight the babyface champion, and that's what they do with Lance Archer. I like this Evan guy already. I appreciate Evan joining us. Evan, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that follow button, hit that notification bell so you never miss anything, sir. Evan agrees with Chase, even though I conceded, and admitted Mark was right. He said I agree with Chase. Dax was the wrong one, and as Josh said, we all love to disagree with him. So, yep.
I don't like Josh.
To hell with Josh. To hell with him. Greg says Archer won't go to WWE. He'll end his career in Japan. Sounds
and that's fine.
I agree with that.
And that's fine. You know, yeah. I didn't really personally watch his New Japan stuff. I mean, I'd be lying to you if I sit here and said I watch New Japan religiously. So, I mean, I've only watched clips here and there. So it seems like he was way better utilized over there in New Japan than he is in AEW. So that's fine, man. You know, there's nothing that really AEW is doing with him right now. So go to WWE.
Do y'all remember him?
Doesn't matter.
Do y'all remember him as Lance Hoyt, Kid Cash's manager in TNA?
I don't. I'm about to YouTube that though.
I vaguely do. Like,
yeah. When Kid Cash went to TNA in the prime of his TNA run, he had Lance Archer as Lance Hoyt. So Lance had like this blonde mustache and like a goatee. Yeah, it was rough. So
yeah, he's pretty much like a trash ass test.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what he was.
Yeah.
Chris, what? 1 second. You said pretty much a trash ass test. Is that what you said?
Exactly. Think about that.
Yeah, I'm gonna think about that. I'm about to blow your fucking mind right now because Test was trash.
I know, so I'm saying. So think about how much trash he was in TNA.
He's worse. So what you're saying is he's worse than Test, and Test was fucking ass.
Come on now. Rest in peace. Rest in peace to our friend Andrew Martin. We don't want to speak ill of the dead.
I'm not speaking ill of the dead.
Speaking facts right now.
Yeah, it's all facts, buddy. Test was trash. His music was trash. Nothing about him was amazing.
He had a great big boot, and that flying elbow was good. But rough.
Yeah.
I mean, back then everyone was doing boots. I don't give a shit.
So Josh brought up our next subject after the match. Sanjay Dutt said that they'd be in a trios match at All Out. He revealed that Lethal would be teaming up with two close personal friends, Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin of the Motor City Machine Guns.
Fucking awesome.
Yeah. Yep.
Fucking awesome.
I'll be excited to see that match.
That's gonna be a banger match, dude.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm a huge fan of Impact. I think Impact is doing great work. They brought Alex Shelley in recently for another run, and Alex Shelley can still go. So I am super excited to see this trios match.
So am I. Definitely excited. It might be one of the matches of the night, hands down.
Yes.
It's gonna be a fucking amazing match.
So it's gonna be kind of crazy because that could be the best trios match of the night, not the
title match. Exactly. And the trios, I was just about to say that, bro, because in the trios, it depends. It really depends, man. That trios championship is gonna have to put a fucking banger, go all out, because I feel like this trios match is gonna show up the championship match.
Well, I think we'll get to that, but I think it'll hold up pretty well. Greg brought up something real quick before, because the next subject, guys, or the next segment is probably one of the most cringe things I've had to watch in quite a while. But Greg said I loved those Motor City Machine Gun and Beer Money Classic matches. They were amazing.
Beer Money,
yes.
Love Beer Money.
Yep. So this segment, if they were trying to make me feel bad for Thunder Rosa, I didn't give two shits. I didn't. I told, Mark, you and I have talked about this on previous episodes where, everybody came out and said, oh, well, they're just not utilizing their women's division very well on one hand. And on the other hand, they're going, oh, well, Thunder Rosa is just boring. No, Thunder Rosa's boring. They're not booking her boring. She's just boring. You don't like her. Just admit it. You don't have to lie. It's not the fact that AEW is booking their women wrong. It's that you don't find any of the women that AEW has entertaining other than Britt Baker. It is what it is. And that's exactly what this segment was. She came on screen and she was trying to force cry, and I wanted to be like, bitch,
you think she forced?
I wanted to say,
oh yeah,
bro, she sandbagged herself.
You thought that was
she sandbagged herself. That's exactly what that was. She sandbagged herself. I was like, this is a joke, right? Like, she doesn't think people are actually falling for this. She should have done without the fake tears. She should have came in, she could have been serious, whatever. I still wouldn't have gave a shit, but she could have done something. That fake cry. I am sorry, guys. This is the end. No. This is just the beginning.
You know what I thought when I saw that, though? That, like, AEW really just doesn't give a shit about them about that title or that, her anyway. Because everybody else, they get to come out to the ring and make an announcement. Hers is like a backstage segment. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I didn't think about that, but Tony, I agree with you on that one.
Go away. Like,
yeah.
I think they mentioned her.
Yeah, so Greg says some wrestlers are better when they are chasing. Thunder Rosa was much better when she was chasing Britt. Since then, it's been a major plateau.
Yep, been saying that.
So my point, Greg, is, was it really that Thunder Rosa was better in the chase, or was it you were just so excited? Britt made the women's division so exciting that you were just excited to see who beat her, kind of thing. Kenny. It's like we talked about with Hangman Adam Page, Mark. Like, Hangman always everybody always talked about Hangman's chase was always better than his championship run. Was it, or was it Kenny Omega's epic title run was so awesome that we couldn't wait to see who beat him? Oh, Mark's in trouble.
I can agree with that.
Yeah, like, you know. But okay, so and then I mean these this is what sucks about interacting with comments, Chris. Is because it gets me sidetracked.
Awesome, good, man.
So Greg says, no, I was more interested in Thunder Rosa matches when she was chasing, not her matches with Britt, her matches in general. But what's changed? The only thing that's changed in Thunder Rosa's matches since she was chasing is she's the champion now. That's it. So the reality is you weren't interested in Britt, or you weren't interested in Thunder Rosa chasing after the championship. You were interested in seeing somebody beat Britt Baker. So she relinquishes the championship. We're gonna get a women's championship match. Toni Storm, Britt Baker, Jamie Hayter, and Hikaru Shida. I want Thunder Rosa to, or not Thunder Rosa. I want Toni Storm to win this, but I have a huge feeling that it's going to be Britt Baker again.
I think they're going to go with Toni Storm because I really think Toni Storm is going to win anyway.
Just because I want her to.
Just because of what we said about Thunder Rosa's reign, just kind of being, So I think it's going to go to Toni.
Yeah.
There's going to be a confrontation between Hayter and Britt, though. That's going to be the blow. They're going to start that feud.
I agree. Mark, did you get lined up, sir? Look, I got lined up today too, my friend. No, I can't hear you. Yeah. Sorry, sir. So then the next match we got here, we got Colton Gunn against his dad, Billy Gunn, with the Acclaimed. And we have a guy who usually we usually hold an open forum, Chris, at the end of the show. So be prepared. You're going to be around a little bit more wrestling fans. Yes, we can hear you.
All right. Got nervous for a second.
So you're going to be around a little bit more wrestling fans. Don't worry. I make sure that everybody puts on deodorant before they get on camera.
Nice.
But our friend Tony Anthony, who likes to come in here,
that guy sucks.
He is a big supporter and has been pushing for AEW to produce a Scissor Me Daddy Ass shirt.
I'm surprised they haven't yet. In all honesty, that shit is over.
Dude, like it was crazy. It was like Anthony said, like they gave us Scissor Me Daddy Ass in Pride Month, and they elected not to do anything with it. Like I was like, really? However, it looks like we're probably going to be getting it. And this match, it looks like we're going to get the Acclaimed, the Gun Club, and Swerve in Our Glory in a 3-way for the tag team titles.
I like it.
Yeah. I was going to say, AEW must have heard...
You think they're going to add the Gun Club to the match?
Yeah. Yep. For sure. You have to. There's too much story there not to put them in there.
They don't have to.
They got to.
But I think they will.
But if you put them in that match, though, they're only there to take the pinfall. Nobody's believing the Gun Club can win.
Okay. The whole point is highlighting tag teams that are not the fucking Young Bucks and FTR. Because that's all they've been doing.
Agreed.
Which is not a big. It's not a bad thing, but
yeah, it is. The Young Bucks are trash.
But whoa,
yeah.
But in my opinion, it's not a bad thing. But at the same time, it's like like I told Chase a couple weeks ago, when during AEW's inception, they were talking about we have the best tag team division in the world, but then you only highlight the same 3 teams. When you have Private Party not being utilized, you have Butcher and the Blade and Private Party in a ridiculous faction that didn't need to happen anymore. You have young tag teams that need TV time. Whether they lose, you can still put them over in a loss. You don't have to job them out like it did my boys, the Varsity Blondes, last week. Unreal. Like, you could have sent the same message last week with them losing, putting in a decent match. But anyway, having them 3, that it's not the Lucha Bros, it's not the Young Bucks, and it's not FTR. That's great, because then you're highlighting other people in your division. Whether they're there to take the fall or not, it doesn't matter.
But so it's funny because you and I have talked previous on the show about how they had all these tag teams, they're not utilizing them, and then the Acclaimed and the Gun Club start this feud, and then all of a sudden, now Swerve and Our Glory is interested. So now it's like, okay, now it looks like we're gonna get some tag team action. So
Tony Khan definitely watches the show. He heard me bitching. That's why he's doing it.
Nah. And when he found out you were from Chicago, Tony Khan only has room in his heart for one Chicago native. That's it. only room in his heart for one Chicago native, Mark, and that's it. His boy?
Who?
The biggest draw of the company, CM Punk.
The biggest draw that just jobbed out today? That guy?
Yeah.
3 minutes? That boy?
Hey, I'm just going by what Tony said. All right? Just going by what Tony
3
said.
minutes.
Stick to the damn lineup, Mark.
All right, says the guy who talks about Patrick Mahomes every 2 seconds.
Because you trash on him. I
got to remind
you how great he is every once in a while. United Empire and Death Triangle were backstage to promote this match. We're going to talk about this match a little later, but we get to Dr. Britt Baker against a Keeling King match. This was good. I mean, it was a decent women's showing, but it kind of felt like it was only there to kind of like hype up this Fatal 4-Way match. I didn't really feel a need or feel the point to it. You guys feel the same way, or you guys got any input on this match?
It's most Britt Baker matches on Dynamite. Just a little highlight showcase for her. Get her out there, does a couple moves, and that's it.
Yeah, I feel like Britt really hasn't had a legitimate feud since the title, and it's just to keep her on TV because the fans want to see her.
Yeah.
I didn't really care about the match. I mean, I cared more about what happened afterwards because now they're promoting the, Fatal 4-Way, everyone coming out, but it's just to put Britt on TV. It's all of us.
And good way to get some heat though with the Steelers style.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yes.
Cleveland and the Steelers, yeah, for sure.
Absolutely. Hey, speaking of Cleveland,
better than Patrick Mahomes.
You must be.
I knew that would get him. I knew that would get him.
Yeah, he must be taking those funny drinks that Ben Roethlisberger passes out at his parties. All my bitches take shots. Mark says, or Greg says, I'm loving Mark. Nobody wants to hear about Mahomes, Chase. I would be really bitter too, Mark or Greg, if I was a Cleveland Browns fan. So, Dante, appreciate you joining us tonight. Looks like Dante is watching on Sports Empire Network. If you have not already, make sure you hit that follow button, hit that notification bell so you never miss anything from Sports Empire Network. So I'm going to get right into this, guys, and ask you what's the idea here on this unification match. Mark already knows what I think because I think we talked about it last week. Mark, right?
I don't know. Did my mic cut out? I don't remember.
Your mic cut out, but I had mentioned that I gave a bold prediction that Mox would win this week, and then Punk would take the title back from him at All Out in Chicago.
So I got a question for you guys. I know Chase hates this word, but was the injury to CM Punk tonight a work?
Yeah.
Or did he legitimately get hurt? Because he was screaming. I mean, he could be a fantastic. What? Here we go. Here's the work. Here's the work. He hates me. He hates me so much.
The fucking match was in the middle of the show, dude. Like, yes, it's a work. The match was 5 fucking minutes long. Like
3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, it's a work.
So you think your prediction's right that he's gonna take it back at All Out?
I'll have to let me see the match. Let me see that the match is announced yet. Chris, I asked Chris before because you took forever getting backstage. Chris and I talked backstage. Chris mentioned that, like, why would CM Punk get a rematch?
That's what I'm saying. Like, maybe I don't know, man. I'm just trying to be optimistic here. I don't know.
So technically, because Punk never lost the championship. Punk was champion, and he just lost it. So Punk gets a rematch clause.
He does.
So
he does.
Is that an AEW thing though? Because no champion's got a rematch.
It's seemingly that's what it's been for the most part. For the most
nobody got a rematch.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Panda Wrestling Company has come in with a raid on Twitch with 7 viewers, 5 viewers. That's really weird. It says 5 viewers and it says 7 viewers. I don't know what Stream Elements is talking about. But either way, Panda Wrestling Company, we appreciate you with that raid tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Chase. I run CR Media. This is my friend Chris Robinson and my other friend Mark, Pro Wrestling Kingpin. You are watching the AEW Dynamite post show. You are just in time for us to talk about the CM Punk, Jon Moxley debacle that happened tonight and where we are going from here. So
terrible.
I think that Punk might be hurt worse than we thought, and that was a good way to get the title off of him.
I think so too.
You don't do it at All Out because if you do it in Chicago, there's a riot. You do it in Moxley's home state, because you heard Punk get booed tonight, so it was a safe bet to do it tonight.
What do we talk about all the time, Mark? How Tony loves those
hometown pops. The hometown pops.
He loves. Oh my God, he loves it. Look, he waited to take the title off of Britt until they were in Thunder Rosa's hometown. Tony loves hometown pops. Tonight in Moxley's hometown, Moxley wins. Punk comes back for the rematch, and then I don't know.
On what grounds?
I want to say you go ahead.
You kicked my ass, but I should get another shot. No,
I get a rematch. I get a rematch clause.
I want to say you're right, Chase. I really do, but I don't know. He was gone 80 days off that surgery, and do we really think he's 100%?
A broken foot. I mean, it's not like it was. It was a broken foot. It wasn't like it was a. Wasn't like it was a torn. It wasn't Achilles.
Have you broken a foot before?
Yes, I've broken a foot before.
How long did it take you to fucking heal?
I was a kid, so it was like 4 weeks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the bones heal faster. The bones heal faster when you're a kid.
Pushing 50. Trust me, he ain't 100%.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I'm gonna agree with you because the way that it played out tonight.
Because it's logical. Because it makes sense.
You're probably right. You're probably right, especially with him coming.
Don't be a Mark.
Well, I'm at this point though. When do you announce the rematch? Next week, and hope you get more buys to All Out.
Yep, absolutely.
Probably.
All. There's no championship match announced for All Out.
Exactly.
I mean, like this was a fuck up on their part.
100%.
Why did you have this match? Why did you have this match tonight? Unless the long game was to have, and if Punk wins in Chicago, not only are you going to get a huge pop, but imagine when MJF's music hits after he punks out Punk.
So you think MJF's coming back at All Out?
I think it makes sense.
But then you have to do Moxley Punk 3. Like, there's no other way around that.
You do.
Or
and AEW loves their. We've talked about this before too.
They're three-peats.
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, Chris is right. Chase, I feel like you're right too. I think everybody wants MJF.
I think what's cool is that we don't know. We legitimately don't know.
Yeah, for sure.
And
all I
that's
know
awesome.
is that Punk was screaming. I mean, I don't know. It's one thing to sell an injury. All right, you're selling it, but this guy fell to the ground. He started screaming at the top of his lungs. The ref was like, "Oh shit!" I mean, usually the ref's like, "Oh, are you good? You good? You good?" Like this guy, like they all. If it's a work, which it probably is, they did a hell of a job selling it. Hell of a job selling it because. I was even like, I was sitting there on my couch and I was like, fuck. Like, I think they fucked up. Like,
well,
I really did.
So, and I love that you said that, like, look who it is. But, I mean, like, are we surprised? Like, really? Like, I'll bring this up because, there's been a lot of, thank you, Mark. I got back on the TikTok. I've been pumping out content for you.
Well, I was talking about clipping. Or
yeah.
Either clip or do my game.
I stitched one of your videos, you prick. Anyways. And like that's the theme on TikTok this week is, that's why I try to like distance myself from TikTok, because these morons on there, 1 week it was, oh my god, everything's a work,
Hey,
Eddie Guerrero died, it's a work, oh my god, Chris Benoit killed his family, oh my god, it's a work.
Right now is everyone talking about the same thing, right? And this is how we know that our good friend Chase doesn't even watch my content, because I don't talk about what everyone's talking about.
So, but then like this week the theme is, or for the past couple weeks, the theme has been CM Punk.
Mm-hmm.
Like those reports backstage that CM Punk's a big asshole and he's a big shot caller. That's the theme, right? Because Sean Ross Sapp said so.
So what if
that there's
here's an out there. I don't even believe me about I'm about to say. I don't even believe what I'm about to say either. So
then don't say it.
But what if?
Fuck, Grandma.
What if? What is right now, dude? Get on.
If you stick around long enough, Kevin, we invite viewers on. So definitely stick around, sir. Appreciate you joining tonight too.
What if the backstage shit was true, and Tony Khan was like, "Fuck you, I'm taking the strap off you in 3 minutes tonight," and he did it?
No, like I can believe that the backstage stuff is true. I don't believe Tony would do that though.
I don't believe Tony either, because, like Chase said, that's his boy. That's his boy.
Yeah.
So I mean,
like he's said on multiple occasions, like Punk is the biggest draw of this company. He has facts to prove that. Like, whatever, whether you like him or not, like he's the biggest draw of the company.
He is. I mean, when he came back, the shirt sales alone. Records. You should have seen. I was there, dude. You should have seen the fucking lines. Everyone didn't even care about the rest of the fucking show. As soon as he left, everyone left. There's nobody in the fucking stadium.
Huh? Yeah, it was Rampage. Nobody gives a fuck about
Moxie
Rampage.
was on Rampage that night. Moxie was on Rampage that night. Their second biggest draw.
So?
I'm just saying. Like it's true. Like it's nuts. Everyone was in line. No one even watched the rest of the show. Everyone's like, I'm going to get this fucking shirt.
Yeah,
I got me a shirt, by the
way. Yeah, we know. Mark has a love-hate relationship with Mr. CM Punk. So
yeah, he's a prick.
But he's from Chicago, so Mark gets a chubby every single time his music hits.
Are you from Chicago, Mark?
Come on, man.
Come on, at least he's a Cubs fan and not a White Sox fan. Okay, we can't listen to anyone wearing a wreck everyone and leave shirt. Mute that dude's mic. This is hands down Roman's best shirt. Hands down.
This is
I don't think
AEW.
there's a so. I give a shit. I do what I want. Speaking of that, uh, so I guess we're kind of split. Like, it's a work and it's legit, right? Did
Yeah.
I don't know.
so Chris said you said legit. Mark, you
Yeah.
said work, or Mark?
I really don't know. Don't ask me. I can't give you an answer.
Okay.
Because they got me tonight. I was like, I was literally, like I said, in my couch. I was like, fuck. Like, did they just fuck up and just hurt their biggest draw right now? Like, I really don't know.
And you know what? I won't be mad if I'm wrong.
I won't either. I think that, like I said, I think this is all leading to MJF. I was up until last week, I was solely convinced that MJF wasn't coming back. That him and Tony had a mutual agreement of, hey, I'll let you cut that promo, but you're going to go home for 90 days and you're not going to work. And then after the 90 days, you'll be done. You can leave. And but last week, I thought, last week after reading some stuff and talking to some people, I'm convinced that he's coming back, and I think he's going to do it. I think he's going to do it right after like that or really close to that 90-day mark. So it gets everybody thinking.
Hell, I thought he was coming back tonight when his match was booked.
If the match would have been in the main event, I would have thought he was coming in tonight. But the moment I seen
I
was like, what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah, when they said that the trios was gonna be main event, I was like, they're dumb. They don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah. That's the other thing. AEW does not enforce a 90-day no compete. That is interesting, Kevin. I appreciate you bringing that up, man. That is very interesting. I did not know that.
Well, I don't know, because has AEW fired anyone though? They only have like everybody's contract has expired. They haven't released anyone.
I don't think he's fired anybody. I think they let shit expire. His contract doesn't expire until late next year. So
yeah.
MJF's contract doesn't expire till late next year. So for MJF to leave, it would have to be a release.
Yeah.
So maybe that's something good to negotiate. I don't know.
Well, actually, no, it expires in 2024.
Yeah, the bidding war is 2024.
It's 2024 because all those promos talking about in 2024, there's gonna be a bidding war and everything. So he's under contract. It's just the fact that if he gets his raise and gets extended is the whole question. He's not getting paid what he should be getting paid. That's
I really still don't think it was about that either.
Yeah.
I think it was. So I don't know. I don't pretend to know. I always tell everybody.
Maybe it's impatience from MJF.
No, I think it's respect. I think that so MJF did an interview with Ariel Helwani, and MJF did an interview with Ariel Helwani, and the word was, now like I said, I don't know if that's true or whatever, but the word is Tony got upset about it because Tony wants to be aware of every time he does an interview. And especially an interview of that stature with somebody like Ariel Helwani, and MJF didn't notify him, so they got into a dispute about that. That's what the word is. I don't know if that's true or not, but I mean, Tony has kind of like come out and said like several times, like MJF is very well sought out here in AEW, and he will get, like, according to people backstage, reports, all that stuff, they said that Tony was making it very clear that MJF was going to get his contract. So I really honestly don't think money was the issue. I think it had to do with a disagreement about respect. And I think, like they said, I think the thing in Dallas with him walking out, I think that was, or the meet and greet. That wasn't Dallas. It was a meet and greet. I think him walking out of that was legit. I think he came back and him and Tony came to an agreement of some sorts.
But wasn't it more
And
like
I
he
don't
wants
know.
his money now though, and not wait for a contract?
I think so too.
Yeah, but how many times? How many like you hear that about that? You hear about that in football, but how many times have you heard about that with a wrestler? Like, yo, like we need to renegotiate.
How many wrestlers have been this good, this young?
Agreed.
They all can't be Chris Jericho, Chase.
Shut the fuck up. Kevin says I have 4 friends contacted by AEW, and all of them told me they do not have a 90-day in the contract. Nice. Okay. So
Right, cool.
maybe it was one of those things where Tony wanted him to go home and sizzle out. Or, like I said, that was how I felt prior to last week. Last week, I think I'm sold on the fact that MJF is coming back sooner rather than later. So,
He's coming back.
oh yeah, Christian Cage and Jungle Boy.
Finally, the ending, maybe,
The ending.
or is it the Luchasaurus double turn?
It is.
Oh,
I'm
it
telling
is.
you.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
For sure.
They didn't waste all that money on new gear and a new look for Luchasaurus just for him to stay babyface again. I'm telling you, and like we've talked about, Mark, Luchasaurus is the long-term story for Jungle Boy, not
For sure.
Christian.
For
Yeah.
sure.
So he'll get his revenge on Christian, and just when everything looks all hunky dory again, Lucha will make the turn again, and that's the long term story we'll get is Lucha and Christian, or Lucha and Jungle Boy. Sorry.
I agree.
Ricky Starks is a star. I just want that to be known.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, he is.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah,
He's
dude.
a star. He's a star in the ring. He's got the look. So I saw some. See, this is why I saw somebody on TikTok say that Ricky Starks was like trying to copy and trying to copy off The Rock, and I'm like,
I could see that.
I can to a certain degree,
But
it's like Ricky.
What? Because he's light skinned and black. Like that's the only thing they really have in common.
No man,
And they
he
dress.
kinda like
They dress
and he wears
nice.
open up shirts.
Yeah,
Think of those old
dresses
days of
nice.
The Rock wearing those shirts, right? Used to wear those freaking shirts with the open up. I think it's just a look, not necessarily, like
I can see like the man.
like
I can see
Monty
the
Brown used to do it in
mannerisms.
TNA. We never compared him to The Rock.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Well, that's how he used to dress. That's what I'm saying.
You guys, why does it say Facebook user? That's so weird.
Yeah, who the hell are you?
I think if it's on Facebook,
him.
it's got to be one of our viewers on the Sports Empire Network, and we appreciate you joining in tonight.
It's Tony Khan trying to see if we think like we're going to do it.
I
I recognize you, Tony.
Didn't I fucking say Tony Khan watches us? I told you, bro.
You did.
It's Tony Khan's burner. It's Tony Khan's burner account.
What the fuck did you
guys
do that, Khan?
You guys think Punk is really hurt? I don't think he's really hurt. Chris doesn't think he's really, Chris thinks he is, and then Mark is undecisive.
I don't think he's 100%. I'll just leave it there. I don't think he's 100%.
Yeah. But I mean, obviously he's not 100%, but I also don't think him screaming, "Oh my God, I'm hurt!"
Bro, he got me. Just let me live my life. He fucking got me. All right.
All right, that's all right. Moxley. I love in Moxley's promo when he said, "I'm sorry, was that not how that was supposed to go?"
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
That was a great line.
It was. He says, "I'm not just some guy, I am the guy." Like I said, I think this leads to either Punk and Moxley again, or whatever happens. I guess we'll have to find out on the Go Home show to All Out what's going to happen with the championship match there. Very interesting, though.
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know, and I love it, but I just really don't know. Like I don't even have a hypothesis right now, with the exception of what you mentioned.
So speaking of not knowing, the next is the main event, guys. And when United Empire came out, something that stuck out to me, United Empire's 0-3 in trios matches in AEW. I said they're about to lose. I said they're about to fucking lose this match. They're about to lose this match. I was kind of like, I was ready to, to get heated, and then they won, and it makes perfect sense. All was right in the world. We're gonna get that. We're gonna get that. Kenny and Osprey face off at All In. So, or as we get closer to that trios championship match, and I think that's how it should be.
Aren't
Do you
they
got
facing?
a Cubbies? Do you got a Cubbies tattoo?
I do. You didn't know that?
No, I didn't know that. It
Yeah,
looks like
I'm
dog
actually-
shit.
It does look like dog shit right now. This is an 18-year-old tattoo right now, dude. I got an appointment in 2 weeks. So I'm gonna get it reworked. I'm gonna put the World Series trophy on there. You know, a World Series that people actually care about, because no one gives a fuck about the Royals.
Pretty
But
sure a million people packed that championship parade. But anyways, I digress.
Aren't they facing each other the very next round? I'm kind of disappointed.
Yeah, that's next week's match.
Yeah, I'm kind of disappointed in the placement of the United Empire, because I kind of felt like this match should have been the finals.
Damn.
But it's
looking at the other side, I mean, it's gonna be what the best friends or who are they gonna face? The Dark Order or
nope.
Well, I forgot who the Dark Order faces this week on Rampage.
No, it's gonna be the House of Black in the finals. It's gonna be House of Black. Honestly, I kind
House of Black versus Dark Order on Rampage.
So that's on Rampage, and then
yep,
I think Best Friends is going to beat whoever that is, because House of Black has that thing going with Miro, so you don't want to put them into the title picture. So we're gonna have the Elite versus Best Friends at All Out.
I don't know. I don't think it's gonna be the Best Friends in the finals. There's no way.
You don't think so?
It's got to be House of Black, dude, because they're losing so much momentum, and they were at one point the hottest team, and now they're not. You have to put them back up there. You have I don't know.
Scott says number one, Scott finally joined us, by the way. And Scott says they're obviously building to Best Friends versus Osprey.
I mean,
Greg called me out on my bullshit. It is All Out instead of All In. My bad.
That could happen. I mean, I could definitely see that, Raz, but it's just like, what are you doing with House of Black at this point if you're not gonna at least put them in the finals?
No, these belts were made for Omega and the Young Bucks. Like, when the tournament was announced, we knew Omega was coming back to win these titles.
But so, do you think they're winning the whole thing?
Oh yeah, 100%.
That's
like before this, huh?
That's what disappoints me now.
Yeah, before this tournament started, like, we knew this is who it was built for. They waited till Kenny was cleared to announce it.
No, of course, I agree with you in that aspect for sure. I mean, but I just feel like it shouldn't go on a team that we're all expecting to win. I think we need to swerve here, and I think we need to give it a team that needs to be highlighted in the House of Black, just because of how hot their faction was when they first come, and now they've just fizzled out so much. I feel like this would put them right back on top, especially since the BCC wasn't in the tournament, the JAS wasn't in the tournament. Your top most popular teams weren't there. You have to put it on the House of Black, otherwise they're gonna fizzle out even more.
They're going to, because they got to deal with Miro, especially when CJ Perry comes in. So yeah, they're not. I don't think they're advancing.
So you think they lose
To
to the
best
best friend?
friends. Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
Chris,
Mainly because
you really think
best friends have been highlighted so much? They were highlighted tonight.
Yeah, they were. They were sitting in the.
Yeah, and they weren't even part of. They're not on this bracket side. So
yeah.
Chris, you really think CJ Perry's coming?
Oh yeah. At this point, like when you said no other woman can touch me but my wife.
Yeah. Have the Miro.
I hope not.
House of Black have the Miro instinct thing.
Bro.
Yeah. So this match was fantastic. Did you guys have anything you wanted to highlight about this match before we closed out the show part?
Highlight it. It was just amazing.
Anything that stood out that you want to talk about?
Just the amazing athleticism of Ospreay. Like every time you see this dude, it's just damn.
I know.
Yeah.
I feel like once his contract is up, Khan needs to do everything in his power to bring him over here. Everything in his power to bring him over here. Guys,
his wife is still with NXT UK, isn't she?
I'm not sure.
Who's his wife?
Blair.
She's in NXT 2.0. She's Blair Davenport.
Yeah. Oh, so she is in NXT. Okay.
She's got a triple threat match for the NXT for the unification of.
She's
the
in
NXT
a unification match. Yeah.
And the NXT UK Championship, Women's Championship. My favorite part of Chase show is coming up. The end.
Everybody's a fucking comedian, I swear. All right, guys. So this is my favorite part of the show, where we post out this link and we let you, the viewers, come on and talk to us about what your favorite part of the show was.
Is he Kevin still in the Twitch? Let's get him on. Oh wait, no, he's in my live right now. Hey, Kev, go ahead and head over to the Twitch and you can join up.
This is pretty dope.
Yeah, man. This is we did it reluctantly, a couple of times, and it gets pretty crazy in here, Chris. One time we had a guy pass out, just sitting here chilling out, passed out on in live. I love that look on Chris's face. Chris was like, "Are you fucking with me right now?"
Yeah, his name is Arkham Gage. Check him out.
Yeah, man, dude came in, and we had a couple other guys in here as well, and we're all just talking. And then next thing I know, I see this dude over here going. All right, guys. So got that link posted in the chat. If like I said, y'all are welcome to come on. If you don't want to be seen on camera, you can turn the camera off, however y'all like. But we'd like to get at least a few of you in here to kind of give us your thoughts on the show. Let us know what you liked, what you didn't like. I think that kind of gives me enough time here, but I will. Let's talk about Rampage. So, Rampage, we're going to see the Trios Championship tournament, House of Black versus Dark Order. You think Miro? You think Miro cost House of Black that match?
It's the only way to sell it.
I agree.
It's the only way to sell it. Otherwise, House of Black has to go over. So, if Miro doesn't break it up, then House of Black wins. House of Black would have to win if Miro doesn't come out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or Sting or Dark. There has to be some interference to House of Black.
Yeah. Sammy Guevara and Ty versus Ortiz and Ruby Soho. Wait a second. Did they just fucking bring Ortiz back? Just
yeah. I'm actually kind of mad at myself that I missed that right now. I didn't even notice that. Yeah, what the fuck? Where'd that come from?
I have no idea. He's on the lineup. Wardlow, your boy Wardlow, is going to defend the TNT Championship
Against
against
who?
Ryan Nemeth.
Who?
Dolph Ziggler's brother.
Dolph Ziggler's
Who?
brother.
Another squash match. I hope you guys enjoy the Powerbomb
easily.
Symphony.
Powerbomb Symphony.
Yeah.
That's a regression in my eyes. Let's talk about that for a second. That's a regression in my eyes. I always tell Chase this shit. Like I always said that who is Wardlow without MJF, right? And I was shitting on these big men doing these squash matches for a long time. And Wardlow, I felt, has done a great job post MJF where he's kind of won me over. But going back to a squash match, and I don't like that shit. I fucking hate squash matches. I don't want to see him do a power. I need him to have some type of character depth that does not involve MJF. And if he's not going to have a legitimate feud, then that's a regression in my eyes.
Well, this is going to be more than likely for a post-match angle with Jay Lethal and the Young Bucks. I'm not Young Bucks, Machine Guns.
For sure. I mean, and I get that, but he hasn't defended the championship in how long up until Friday?
True.
So it's like, I understand you're working this angle. You got this trios match, but what are you doing with the TNT Championship? And what are you doing with your character? More importantly, post MJF. And for a while, I enjoyed it because he was doing great things and he's winning me over and he put on a legitimate match. But then going back to a squash match, that's a regression in my eyes. I need this guy to have. I need this guy. I'm a hater of these big dudes because I always tell Chase the same thing constantly. Everyone's looking for the next Brock Lesnar, and you're never gonna fucking get a next Brock Lesnar. But everyone keeps looking for that. You get what I'm saying? What was that, Chase?
I said never.
Like, I agree.
Brock is a Division I national champion. Sure. Like you're never gonna find. Maybe in the next 20 years. Like possibly. Once a generation, but you're not going to find it.
But all these big men that they bring out, these big musclehead guys, they have no character. They can't work the mic. They're boring. They don't have legitimate views because they all build them up the same way. These unstoppable forces that can't do anything but power bombs and spears. You get what I'm saying? That's just me though. But I actually really like Wardlow. Like the past few weeks of him being TNT champion and post MJF, he's kind of won me over. But then coming back and you haven't defended the TNT championship in a minute and you're going to squash Ziggler's brother. I can't even remember his name.
Ryan.
There you go. Okay. We're going to stick with Ziggler's brother. So you're going to squash Ziggler's brother. Obviously to promote this match and I understand the booking and it makes sense. But it's just like, I don't want to see that for Wardlow. I need this guy to have substance. I need this guy to have character depth. I need this guy to have a feud that is not MJF. That's just
I agree. Like there's got to be you gotta continue. Like you did such a great job of making me like Wardlow. Mm-hmm. Like now you have to do a good job of keeping me interested in Wardlow.
Correct.
And I don't know. I just feel like he hasn't been on TV that much.
Exactly. That's my whole point. That's my whole point. So has he not been on TV because one, they don't know what to do with him, or two, they're just waiting for this whole all out angle and now they're trying to bring him back to bring him on TV. Like, I don't know. But to have the TNT, the mid-card championship, okay, once upon a time was not just considered a championship to push you into like superstar or the next big thing. That was the guys that were on the show weekly. That was the guys that were the excuse to not have your championship champion on the show. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. They were the backbone.
Exactly. There's the guy that
WrestleMania 3, Macho and Steamboat stole the show.
Exactly.
While Hogan and Andre were the draw, Macho and Steamboat stole the show.
Those are your workhorses.
Exactly. Those are your workhorses. Those are the guys. And that's why there was so much prestige to those United States championships, the Intercontinental championships, because those were legit big name guys that were not world champion, but they were the guys that we saw all the time. I'm not seeing Wardlow all the time. So what is going on with the TNT Championship right now?
Do you think that there is a possibility that they had plans for Wardlow and MJF for that TNT Championship, and then when the whole thing happened with MJF, they had to scrap those plans?
Yes.
And as we've seen, and this is a problem in both companies, when they've had to scrap plans, they don't do a very good job of picking them back up.
Yeah.
So, but either way, Mark, you're going to get to see Wardlow on Friday night. So,
And it'll probably just a wee bit longer than the championship match that we had tonight.
yes. Scott said, waiting for Sammy's heat to die down to make him champ again.
No. I like Sammy, but man, he had 14 title reigns already? No.
That's because they're playing hot potato with that championship. Another thing I hate. I hate that shit.
Are they doing Kingston versus Sammy at All Out?
Are they?
I know at one point Kingston challenged them, but I haven't seen the official announcement for it.
Man, I hope so.
We're getting ready. Hold on to your shorts, gentlemen. We are getting ready to break down the All Out card. I did want to highlight Jade Cargill will be on Rampage. That's all it says. And then the ROH World Championship.
Yeah.
Claudio Castagnoli versus Dustin Rhodes. I'm laughing, but I'm going to be dead honest. I'm excited to see that match. That's going to be a fantastic match.
It's going to be a match tonight.
What I am confused about is the direction of what are we doing with ROH?
No one knows yet.
I feel like do you remember when the Invasion angle first started and they were doing like WCW title matches here or there?
Mm-hmm.
Like right after the Invasion?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this is all we're doing with ROH.
I don't know. Everyone hopes that it's going to be, a show again, and it's like, how long ago did you buy this already?
April.
Like you had to have some type of plan, right?
March or April, wasn't it?
I don't remember, but you had to tell Raz to get on the Googles. But I mean, you had to have some type of plan going into this buying ROH, right? Like you cannot have a plan. So I mean, I think there was a plan yet. I mean, I don't know.
I think there was a plan. I'm going to be honest, Mark. I think the Time Warner and Discovery, the Warner Discovery Media merger, kind of fucked that all up. So again, like I just said with Wardlow, I think there was a plan. I think the plan got derailed, and I think that they just haven't done a very good job of picking up a new plan.
Okay. Interesting. I guess.
That's my thought.
Going to the TBS Championship. At this point in time, Jade has made her mid-card championship far more superior than the men's mid-card championship.
Ooh, that'll make Kevin super happy. I wonder if Kevin's still here.
Jade Cargill,
Kevin,
is a fucking
our
beast.
friend,
Our friend is amazing, and at this point in time, not only does the TBS I feel like is more important than the TNT, but it's also she's elevated that title to a point where it's better
than the women's.
Just because it's on the Rosa is better than the AEW Women's Championship.
Yes, I 100% agree.
I would agree too. Like I said though, I know
I'm all over the baddies because number one, they are baddies. Number two, that's a fucking amazing little faction name right there. All right. And number three, despite how raw Jade might be, she's doing the damn thing. And she won me over. I fucking love Jade. She's the best woman that in AEW that's not named Britt.
Character and gimmick wise, promo.
I'm
Maybe.
talking about character, full.
hot.
I'm not
It's
talking
hot.
Not in
about
ring, not in ring,
ability.
but
It's
yeah.
I'm not
hot in
talking
here,
about-
gentlemen.
I'm not
Woo!
talking about in-ring ability, because if we're talking in-ring ability,
Yeah.
then Tony Storm's up there. I'm talking about the full package, someone that has me entertained, someone that has me just all about their character. And the only other woman in AEW that has me all about their character and I want to see them on TV all the time is Britt.
Yeah,
The only other
I
woman.
will give you that. And cut the shit, Mark.
Mark cut the shit, Mark. Mark is drawing heat, my friend. Woo. Drawing heat.
I'm
I like Jade. I know that when I saw Kevin was in here earlier, I was going to make a comment about Kevin probably agreeing with you on Jade, but I'm being sarcastic. Last I checked, Kevin is not a huge fan of Jade.
Heel Kevin?
8, huh?
He's not a huge fan of Jade?
Heel Kevin's not a huge fan of Jade.
Oh man, that disappoints me.
AEW All Out. We are going to break down the card. Now, you guys, what match did you guys ask if was Sammy and Eddie, right?
Eddie Kingston,
Yes.
yeah.
It is not announced on
Okay.
AEW All Out yet. So, we've got Ricky Starks versus Powerhouse Hobbs. We've got the AEW World Tag Team Championship, Swerve in Our Glory versus the Acclaimed. We have the Casino Ladder match. So, very weird. The Face of the Revolution ladder match, you get a shot at the TNT Championship, and the Casino ladder match, you get a shot at the World Championship.
Mm-hmm.
So, just figured I would throw the difference out there.
Hold on, before we go. So you said you get a shot at the AEW World Championship. So everyone's saying MJF. MJF joins it, or do they sign somebody, or they do someone that hasn't been utilized?
No, they're gonna.
Who's the Joker? Who's that person? You know what I'm saying? So who is it?
No, I on like. Here's what I think.
Okay.
So if you go back to MJF and Punk's feud, everything they did was a carbon copy. Punk loves. Not. I hate to use the word copy, but Punk likes to put little Easter eggs in all of his stuff. And then you look at the Punk and the MJF feud. It was like they pulled pieces from Punk versus Raven and ROH. Like that little segment where MJF, tied up Punk, and then it said the cut the promo about the devil. That was a word for word redo of Punk's promo against Raven in ROH. So I feel like this is the WWE Money in the Bank 2011 thing, where MJF left, and then MJF is going to come in, and you're gonna have those idiots on your fucking TikTok next week or in a couple weeks going, is it a work? Do you guys think it's a work? Is it real? Oh my God. and I'm gonna get all hyped up, and I'm gonna get irritated again. And that's how it's gonna go. Like, I don't think he's gonna be a surprise entrance. You're gonna see him come in, and it's gonna be one of those things like, oh my God, is he really supposed to be here? Type of thing.
Okay.
If you bring him into the Casino Battle Royal, though, that takes away from the rest of the show.
Yep.
I agree.
But nothing can follow that.
No.
However,
I agree on that one for sure.
However, if they end the show with the Casino Battle Royal, I think
Okay,
I would be more inclined. If the Casino Battle Royal goes on last, I'm gonna be like,
I think the Casino Battle Royal probably opens.
That's what I was thinking too, because that's usually when they do it.
I think it usually opens the show. I think it's gonna open.
Yeah. Cody returns, and the next pay-per-view is AEW versus WWE.
Now, I don't know. Because I know like TNA did it before, and some other happened before. You don't have an all-out main event. Do you put the winner against Moxley that night?
If Punk is really hurt, then yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. I just think it's going to be really weird to have Punk come out Wednesday night and be like, hey, I want my rematch, and I want it in my hometown in Chicago.
No, I kicked your ass.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like really he has to say, nah. Like, did you even hit me? No, screw you, dude. I had a flawless victory.
FTR and Wardlow versus Jay Lethal in the Motor City Machine Guns. I'm so glad they brought in the Motor City Machine Guns, because if I was gonna have to watch Jay Lethal team up with Sanjay Dutt and the Great Khali Jr., I was gonna be pissed. I was gonna be livid.
I think they realize that too, bro. I think they realize that too, that they can't match up with FTR. You know what I mean? They have to have someone that's worthy enough.
They got to bring somebody in, yeah.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, that match is a dark horse. So,
for sure. Were you gonna say something, Chris?
Yeah. Do we see Wardlow powerbomb Great Khali Jr.?
I'm sorry, what was that? I was reading.
Do you think Wardlow's going to powerbomb Great Khali Jr.? Like he's going to interfere in a match like a powerbomb or something?
That would be I would hype out to see that.
Hell yeah, I would hype out to see that. I mean, why not?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I'm sorry, I put Greg, even though I shouldn't. If Greg wasn't giving us a viewer on Twitch, I'd have put his ass in timeout a long time ago. I'm getting tired of his shit already. Anyways, Jungle Boy versus Christian Cage. I mean, this is a stacked card.
It is.
The problem I have is that, like, we have no world championship, and this match is next weekend. Like,
we have a world championship. It just hasn't been announced.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Like, you're gonna announce it. You're gonna announce it next week.
What's it matter? Everyone knows what we're getting.
Do we? Do they?
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, yeah. I mean, like the obvious, like I said, the obvious choice is Punk and Mox here. But I mean,
but he's hurt, right? Because he was screaming in match.
Anyways, Jungle Boy versus Christian Cage. Like I said, I think Jungle Boy obliterates Christian, and either Luchasaurus makes the turn after the match, or he turns on the following Dynamite after that. And then the AEW Interim Women's Championship: Toni Storm, Britt Baker, Jamie Hayter, and Hikaru Shida.
Why are both Hayter and Britt in this match?
Simple. Have that stare down moment.
Time. It's time for. It's time.
Yeah.
That would be my prediction. If Toni Storm wins, then, and yes, Raz, fuck this interim shit, but that makes perfect sense. Toni Storm wins the interim championship. We get the tease for the Jamie Hayter and Britt Baker turn. Also, when Thunder Rosa comes back, a thunderstorm confrontation.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm just saying. I mean, you got the $2 million woman back.
And then hey, like, in the match. And then, like you said, Mark, Tony Khan. We saw his burner account earlier. He's watched the episodes where you've complained about the women's tag team championship, so he said, "Fuck it, let's just scrap it."
I didn't complain. We're gonna
break all these women's tag teams out.
I didn't complain about it. I was for it. You fuckers were against it. I said, are they teasing a
Really
women's tag
going
team
to add
division.
another championship?
I was for. I wouldn't say I was for, but I was asking the question: are they teasing a women's tag team division? You're like, fuck no, I don't want to see that. Blah blah blah. When they got fucking shirts made, bro. Of course he was teasing a fucking tag team championship.
Then after that match, we got the AEW World Trios Championship Finals. Whatever two teams will be in there, and then these are in no particular order. The last match listed, Brian Danielson. Jiminy Christmas! I've got it on my screen and I'm reading it backwards. Versus Chris Jericho. What do you think, Mark? You think Chris is going to get a hurting from Brian Danielson? Yeah. Or do you think Daniel Garcia turns on Brian?
I hope so. Because I've only seen Chris Jericho wrestle once in my life, and I'm gonna go see him again, and he needs to be 2-0 in my presence. So I hope that happens.
Are you going all out?
Duh. Okay. This guy's asking the burning questions tonight.
Always. I like to ask.
I'm actually going to be honest with you. That is the plan to go. However, I work, and 2, if I get off, so it's my cousin's birthday, and he's my best man. He's like my brother. So like, if he doesn't want to go, then I'm not going to ditch him on his birthday to go to a pay-per-view. So I'm trying to talk him into going to a pay-per-view.
You're a better cousin than I am.
You really are, man.
he's my brother, dude. He's like my brother.
Yeah. Like so when you said
he's my best man, he's my guy. So I'm waiting to see what his birthday plans are, and if he goes out of town for his birthday, which he usually does his holiday weekend, then I'm going all out. I'm definitely going to Dynamite that week on Wednesday. So as far as doing the show, I can still do the show, but you gotta give me some time to come back from the arena. It's about like 30 minutes away, so it might be a little later for the show. But yeah, I'm going to Dynamite because I'm off Tuesdays and Wednesdays. I will not be doing Rampage, but the plan is I do have a ticket reserved with my guy for All Out. I just don't know if I'm going yet. I'm still waiting on the word. So, but yeah, either way, I'm gonna watch it in some capacity. So I'm down to do a special Sunday show again late if you want.
I will. Yeah, no, I will. I would definitely, definitely be interested in that. But we can talk. We can talk more about that. Other than that, guys, we are. Look at this. Nobody took the opportunity to come on the show, so Mark's gonna get out of here early tonight. So Mark really hates it when we go all the way to midnight or 12:30. So because Mark has to be up at 5 in the morning, and Chris just looked at the clock. Yeah, Chris just looked at the clock and was like, "Oh." Chris, what time zone are you in, sir?
Central.
Oh, okay. Yep.
So I'm almost 11 o'clock, but I get up at 5 too. So.
I have some days off, so I'm going to the Chiefs. I'm going to the Chiefs preseason game tomorrow, and then I took Saturday. My show that I run on Thursday nights. We are hosting an independent wrestling show with Arn Anderson on it, and Ace Steel from Chicago.
Oh, that's
nice. So Ace Steel and Brock Anderson are going to be in a tag team. The show's called Horseman Country, so we're sponsoring it. So like I'm gearing up for that on Saturday. So I'm gonna be doing a lot of stuff that day. So, other than that, Chris, we appreciate you joining us, man.
Man, I appreciate
we look forward. Absolutely, man. We look forward to you being a permanent addition to this show. Look forward to having you back again next week. Mark, as usual, I appreciate you as always. I appreciate you turning on the echo as well. It stopped. It's good.
Are we good now? We good?
Yep.
Okay.
Other than that, guys, let's hit the social medias again for the one time. And you Marks, look what the cat drug in. Gosh. God, Mark, does that mean we're big time now? We had heel Kevin and Panda on this show tonight.
We did.
Does that mean we're big time now, bro?
Clearly not big enough. You know, we weren't invited to the PWC. You know what I'm saying?
I love giving him shit about that. So anyways, guys, for the one time, Mark, tell everybody where they can find you on social media, sir.
All right, Instagram, TikTok, Pro Wrestling or Pro_Wrestling_Kingpin. Careful, to some Family Dollars big time. You can find me on TikTok, Instagram, Twitch, Pro_Wrestling_Kingpin, and on Twitter, mcruz2189.
Fantastic. Chris, you wanna shout out anything on here before?
Well, I mean, on the Sports Empire Network, I know we're doing wrestling, but I have a basketball show Fridays, so we'll check us out on there. Fridays, 9 o'clock Central.
Absolutely. I will be on that basketball show with you.
Yeah.
I will remember to show up this time. And ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching, as usual, you know where to find me at CR Media 1988. You're gonna find me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, and TikTok. Hit the link tree. Hit exclamation point CR Media in the chat to bring up the link tree because we're trying to get to 1,000 followers on TikTok, and I'm gonna start posting content on there, guys. I promise you. I've got videos saved in the drafts. I've got Mark's videos stitched. I'm actually going to drop a whole big thing of your build your own wrestling promotion, where I'm like a month and a half late, but I'll do it.
I don't need your
go hit us. Go hit CR Media up on the TikTok, trying to get to 1,000 followers so we can saturate the market. And then other than that, guys. Was that loud enough for the old lady to hear, Mark?
I gotta look.
Yeah. I can tell when you look around like, other than that, guys, we appreciate you like crazy for joining us tonight. All of our friends over there at Sports Empire Network, everybody on the Twitch, everybody in Mark's TikTok, all you crazy people. We appreciate you guys joining us tonight. If you gentlemen don't have anything else, I'm gonna go ahead and take us out for our new co-host Chris Robinson, for my friend Mark Pro Wrestling Kingpin. My name is Chase. This is the AEW Dynamite Post Show, and as always, good fight and